All right, hello everyone. Hope you all are having a great weekend. I wanted to do a video I'll say a couple of weeks ago. A friend of mine on the Devuan forum asked a question about the MiyoLinux Update Notifier. And it just so happened the question he asked I had actually already figured it out and had been running it the way that he was wanting it to perform. And the guy that asked the question has his own Devuan respin, and I will link to his respin if you are concerned about internet anonymity. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Anonymity. It has a lot of anonymity tools on his distro, and I will link to his distro. It's a great distro. It's really light, uses OpenBox, and I have to say he has the best login screen of any distro in the entire Linux universe. I don't know of any login screen that actually puts a smile on my face just to be able to look at the login screen. But anyway, let's get back to business. What he wanted to know was if there's a way for the MiyoLinux Update Notifier to only check for updates and notify you if there are updates when you first turn on your computer. Out of the box, the MiyoLinux Update Notifier will check for updates at specified times throughout the day. And I had actually figured out a way to do what he was wanting. So that's what I'm going to do. Now there are three versions of the Update Notifier. And I actually did a video several months ago showing how each one operates, and I'll link to that video too if you want to watch it. And the last example that I use in that video, I'm actually doing it on my friend's system that I've been talking about. So I'll link to that video if you want to see how the different versions operate and perform. But they all have this one particular thing in common. And there are two files that you'll need to edit as root. And the first one is in user share update notifier. Now I'm doing this isn't on my actual file system. I had to download all three versions to make sure I knew what I was talking about. They all share these same two files that you need to edit. So if you have it installed on your system, the first one you'll want to edit is user share update notifier and this update notifier.py. And let me show what you'll want to do. I'm going to open it with LeafPad because that'll just be the most simple. And I'm running Spectre Window Manager. I'm really enjoying this. Adar kind of turned me on to this. I'd never used it before. I'm actually really enjoying it. Alright, I've got line numbers enabled. This is what you have out of the box. So what you'll want to do, right here on line 36, this is what I suggested to my friend. He goes by the name Stanz on the Devuan forum. What I did on mine, that 1800, that's seconds, 1800 seconds. What I did, I changed mine to 90, which is a minute and a half. So a minute and a half, if you change that to 90, 1 minute and a half after you start up your computer and it reaches the desktop, 1.5 minutes after it reaches the desktop, it's going to check for updates. Alright? Now you can adjust that if you want. I just wanted to give it a little bit of time to take care of things because there's another file that you'll need to edit. So I changed mine to 90 right there. Gave it a good 1.5 minutes to check for updates. You'll want to save the file, close it, and since I'm on Spectre, I'll just use mod X to close it. Now the other file, let me go back, is in user bin miyo-update-sync. Now this is the one, let me open this one with LeafPad again. And let me change the size on that. This is the one, out of the box it comes for 3,500. That's seconds. Every 3,500 seconds. On mine I changed it to 270. But let's say, let me just go over it here. What's going to happen? Very first thing when you boot your system up and you reach the desktop, this is going to run right here. This is controlled by a cron-d file. Very first thing, it's going to check for updates. And that's why on the other file we just edited, I changed the time to 90. I wanted to give the update plenty of time to check before the actual update notifier ran. So it's going to check for updates very first thing. Right here we are about to change this so that it'll only run when you first start up your system. Now on mine I changed that number to 270, but let's say you want to give it a little bit extra time. I mean, you never know. Something might happen, you might get distracted. There might be a bear outside your window and you want to go look at that bear. So you can change that to whatever you really want it to be, because the more time you give it, the more chance you are of being able to see the update notifier icon appear in your system tray. I did it for 270, 500, 600, whatever you feel comfortable with, just to give you enough time, just in case you do get distracted by something, so that you'll actually see the icon in the system tray. Because after we change this, I'm going to go ahead and change that to 270. That's what I like to use. This is the command we're going to use to stop it from checking any longer. After it does that initial check, and you give it that time for the tray icon to appear, this is what's going to kill it. And we're going to edit this with that line right there. We're going to replace user bin apt-get update with that right there. And what's going to happen, pkill is going to kill the update notifier. And even if you have the system tray icon showing up here, that's why I'm saying if you want to give yourself a little extra time with this number right here, go ahead and do it. It'll give you a little bit longer in case you are distracted to see the icon up there and be able to click on it and perform the updates. pkill is going to kill the update notifier, and even if that icon is in the system tray, once this pkill takes effect, it's going to kill that icon too. And it won't check again until the next time you either log out and log back in or reboot your system. Alright, so that's it. I will leave links to the video showing the different versions of the update notifier if you're not using it. I will leave links to information on my friend's system that he builds, the one that has the extra security for internet use, and I will leave, hopefully YouTube will allow me to put these commands in the description too. I don't think it has a problem with any of these. Alright, that's it. If you want your update notifier to only check for updates once when you start your system up and not have to worry about it running any longer after that, this is the way I do it, and it works this way. So there you go. You guys have a great day, and I hope you take care. Have a good weekend.